It's the High Heel Tea Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Where we speak on real topics that'll make you laugh. Looking good, smelling good, that's a boss chick. Yeah. 6-inch heel, show you how to walk slick.
Hey.
High Heel Tea with Crystal Lee and Ree Podcast.
Hey.
High Heel Tea with Crystal Lee and Ree Podcast.
Hey.
High Heel Tea with Crystal Lee and Ree Podcast.
Hey.
And it's the podcast, and it's the high.
Yeah. Never mind. All right.
Hey, welcome back to the High Heel Tea Podcast. I'm Crystal Lee.
This is Rihanna.
And y'all, we are joined again by
Yeah.
Kevin Jackson.
Get on back, get on back,
Return
get on
of the
back.
Black.
Say that.
I
Say that.
wish I would have said that in the last episode, because every time I just watched the episode, that one little clip went viral.
Man.
And a lot of people were sharing that clip in like their Insta stories, and it was like, yeah, that's true. Like a lot of men specifically really resonate with what you said, the difference between a player and a Mac.
Right,
So yeah, he came back to spit some
Came
more
back.
games. for
Free
y'all.
game, baby.
Yeah.
Free game. This
So-
is all
Some
free.
knowledge.
So I know you mentioned you got some things on your mind you want to chat to.
Right.
I'm excited to learn more and chat to it.
Okay.
See what's on your mind.
All right. Well, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Please excuse my voice. Just got off the road of an amazing weekend in
Yes.
Kansas City.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. I'm one of the promoters and producers of Smokes and Jokes, and we just did one in Kansas City, Missouri.
That was
It
dope.
was an amazing show. Shout out to KC because we are going back.
Yeah.
So things like that, my voice is a little hoarse.
What you be doing that make your voice go crazy? You be telling jokes too?
No, I don't tell no jokes. I don't tell no jokes.
You been smoking weed.
No, but it is the
But
environment.
no, he said he doesn't smoke.
Right. It isn't. But if you're in that environment,
It
right,
takes a
right.
toll on you.
And the voice actually got this way from Thursday. I went down to the city winery
okay.
to listen to the blues. And one thing about Kevin loved the blues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
he
was
loved the blues.
singing.
Oh, I was screaming and yelling
Yeah,
and dancing.
singing.
I love the blues.
You was
And then when you got around all that smoking, now you hear you like,
Yeah, I'm here, right.
my throat hurt. Yeah.
Right. But I was coming though. I mean,
That's
I
right.
came,
We appreciate you, though.
voice and all, because
We
I
definitely
really wanted
appreciate you.
to talk to you all, and I just think you ladies are very, very, very wonderful at what you do.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You make me feel very comfortable
Thank you.
being able to talk to someone.
But I'm like, thank you, like you too. Okay. You're welcome.
Right. But it's wonderful, and I want to first say that 100%. I really appreciate what you all are doing. Just in the whole idea of podcasts and giving the person opportunity to embrace individuality. You all do it so well. Just in the people that I've seen you have on your show. So with me, it's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it. If there's a platform for me that fits my personality, that fits the things that are downloaded into me, it's for you all.
Hey, look at us.
It is
Because you know
100%
what?
for you all.
I think a lot of men, specifically black men, always say how they don't have this safe environment created by women to really be transparent, be themselves, and whether themselves mean to express something out of like angry or sadness or whatever, like don't feel safe to have that. And a couple of men that have been on the podcast so far, they've mentioned like, man, like you don't understand. I feel like a whole new guy. I feel like a whole new person. Thanks to having that conversation with you all, you help open doors for me to further grow, develop, and give me a different outlook. And it's dope because we ain't like we sitting here rehearsing the night before, like
not at
that's
all.
how we're gonna do it.
It's just the flow.
Yeah, we just show up and listen and talk. So
And have a good
it's
conversation.
even more of an honor to just have authenticity, just if I say that right.
Yeah.
Authentic.
Trust me, that's the beautiful part about English.
Just what I mean,
Right.
just being what really gravitate to you all. So
Right.
especially you, thank you so much.
Oh,
but
you're
even
so
just
welcome.
coming back.
Yeah.
So
so welcome.
I look forward to seeing or listening to what's on your brain today.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna just start with what was it about the episode that we had with Black Cherry that stood out for you?
So
And Black
kinda
Cherry
like-
was the stripper, guys, if you guys don't remember.
So you all were talking about, and so I'm going to go real careful through this. I mean, I may not use certain words or certain things,
Understood.
right? But the point that really hit home to me is the idea of satisfaction in the intercourse or the sexual things that y'all were talking about, right? And one of the points that really touched me was when women do it, they do certain things for men, right? They like to see the expression, the man's face, and that really motivates and stimulates them to please them even more.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That really stood out to me because as a man, right, my thought process was, do women understand that men do the same thing?
Yes.
Huh. Yeah.
Yes.
I can see that because
Our
if you're
language is
not
a little
like,
different.
if you are having intercourse with a man, and you're quiet,
You like, huh?
and he gon' or you
Are
ain't.
you a pillow princess? Is what they
He
call them.
ain't, he gonna definitely kind of maybe give some type of reaction to the
Right.
quietness or the lack of expression, lack of reaction to whatever it is he's doing. So
Right.
you know, but yeah, you should at least talk if you ain't on it.
Or if
You
they say,
know,
like people say, I don't want no dead pussy.
Right.
yeah.
So the
That's the
point
one that just lay there.
She a pillow
but-
princess.
the point that I found, and I wanted to tell you all, is this. So our language is a little different, though, right? So you guys do those things, and you're watching, like physically, literally watching the man, and you guys are like reading and feeding the pleasure.
I would say just one quick intersection.
Yes.
I don't want to watch it because y'all faces be ugly.
So what I want y'all to know is this, right?
They're like, put a pillow over your face.
Wait, have you ever looked back and like, oh?
That's funny. Now that's funny, right? That's
I
funny,
don't want to watch. I don't want to watch.
right? But check this out.
Not to look at you.
But check this out. Y'all funny. I should have had a drink
I'm
or something
sorry,
before y'all
I'm
got
sorry.
and I know, but y'all funny. But the point is this. Though.
Yeah.
So with me and
Brought
ours
it
is
up.
different.
You should have had a drink.
Ours is different though.
Okay.
Ours is not in the bedroom.
Okay. Where is it?
Right. So that same stimulation that y'all get when y'all look up and y'all see a man and y'all doing things to please him, right? Those are the time. The man, our expression is in the home, in the relationship.
Okay.
Okay, because you guys literally feel, not when I say you guys, let me just say, I don't want to generalize all women, but some women, the ones that choose to do certain things and they look up or they feed the pleasure. So with men, our feeding the pleasure is in the things that we do around the home, us following instructions, right? And how you all respond to those instructions that we follow.
Yeah.
So if you tell me as a man, baby, listen, all right, when you get off, I need you to go to Schnucks, right? I need you to pick up some milk, right? And don't forget to get the butter, right? Because I'm cooking tonight, right? When we get home, that same excitement, the same stimulation, right, that y'all get from watching us, when we bring the milk and the butter in the house, we want to see it.
100%.
We want to see it. We want the same feeling.
That makes a lot of sense.
We want you all saying, thank you, baby. Like, you got the milk and the butter.
It's gratitude.
It's gratitude. And what we also want to convey is that I'll do it anytime. So we look for it. So if you do it on a Monday and then Tuesday, I'm on my way home, I get home and you say, dang, baby, I forgot to get something. With a man, we start to feel like, why you ain't call me? Like, I'm the same pleasure. I'm the same dude that want to please you the same way you want to please me, right? So what we look for those moments in a relationship with a woman. It's a little different, right? But we look for those moments where really you have to feed our pleasure. You have to be able to read that man and see the things that he does right.
I think
and
what you're
feed those
speaking
things.
to, Kevin, is more of the intimacy factor.
From
I
a
think
man.
you're speaking to the things that build us
Build,
up
absolutely.
to where we're like, oh, he
Right.
probably got that milk
He
and
wouldn't
that
got the
butter.
Right.
My leg got that.
Right.
Girl,
You get it.
girl, he brought that milk home.
Right. And right.
So many years, do you still give him that same
Grace.
energy? Not grace. You be like,
Right.
soon as you come to, hey, you get that milk and butter.
Right.
I think so
Alright,
because
take the
it's
trash out.
about-
Right. Take trash out. Right.
It's about that
Don't get
thoughtfulness.
cold out the dryer.
They
Right.
like, no, you don't appreciate it. You like, what you mean, I don't appreciate it?
Right. So imagine that you take that same thing, right?
Okay, I'm
And
learning.
imagine looking up at a man, right?
Yeah.
And he ain't doing nothing. Y'all stop.
No, you know what?
Those women
Okay,
that feed
sorry.
off the pleasure.
Yeah, yes.
Right? The ones that feed off
Yes.
the pleasure and excitement of a man, and they're doing these things to please a man. If the man is not participating or showing no pleasure or excitement,
He used to screaming, and now he's screaming.
right. Right.
I was going to say some men,
That's funny.
when being intimate, they're quiet.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I ain't had one of them in a long time, but I do know that to be true.
No
Some
man or no man being quiet.
men being quiet.
Okay.
He be.
So, I'm gonna make you talk to me. Talk to me. But so yeah, some, you know, I don't know if it was maybe like a younger thing or whatever, but for sure, like some men like are intentionally quiet. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like a lack of expression per se. So I will say that will be there, but you don't hear the excitement or whatever. But yeah. I just thought about that.
Right.
Because I don't want nobody to
It
think
doesn't
that.
matter. I think no matter how long you guys have been together, I think you should always display those things because what
Display
you
your
do
excitement.
outside of the bedroom leads up to what the possibilities are for you in the bedroom.
Absolutely.
So like the way you make me feel outside, the way that I know that you're thoughtful and you're like take the meat out the freezer so I can cook dinner when I get home. Those things matter. Those little tidbits. If you want to eat, like, babe, make sure the food is out so that I can provide this meal for you. And then that's just the thoughtfulness to make my life easier. It makes you feel better because it puts your mind at peace because you know you don't have to worry about those things.
It stimulates your mind.
And that is the whole point. That me and our stimulation is sometimes it's a little different.
I think it's both though.
I do too.
It can be either way because within that space, like your man wants you to support him too.
Absolutely.
You know, he wants you to make his life a whole lot better and do things to stand up for him if he has something to do and you have the capacity to do so. So yeah, I think it's both ways, and that probably doesn't turn y'all on as much as it does for us.
I get it.
But at the same time, like it's still relevant within y'all space.
Absolutely, I agree.
I was talking to this dude a while back, and he used to like DoorDash all the time because he didn't cook and he used to have to go to work and stuff, right? And so I was just like, all right, look, your job is like 10 minutes away from my house. Like I don't play coming to my house, but I didn't mind for this purpose. Like you're not coming in, but I would cook for him, or I would cook for my house. How about that? And I'll send a text like, hey, FYI, this is what I made tonight. If you want, you could stop by, get a plate, you know, and take to work, you know. But
and not come in though.
No, you ain't coming in. I'm gonna meet you in the driveway. I'm in the driveway. You're not coming in my house.
Hold on.
Nah. I'm gonna fix the plate up for you.
Why you come in the driveway for? She just why he got
So just basically drive through.
Yeah. I mean, but guess what you say?
already.
But you saving
Now
money,
he just saving money.
right?
Saving money.
And I'm not going out of my way. I'm cooking for my kids anyways, and so like, let's say if something was going on, like I'm not in town, like obviously, I ain't cook because I'm gone. But when I'm home and I'm cooking, you know,
I think that's beautiful.
I don't know. I'm like that in a lot of ways where I kind of feel like I always just think like, what can I do to help? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. For some reason, I don't. Maybe it more so have to do with the men. I just never feel like. Sometimes it make you feel like you're overplaying your part or it's not accepted. But it's like, no, I'm trying to just help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make anything
right. I got you. I want to make sure you easily
help you.
I see that there's you're one of those people anyway. You like to fulfill needs.
Yeah.
You feel that there's a need that needs to be fulfilled within this space. Hey, I'm already cooking.
Yeah.
You don't have to DoorDash your lunch today.
Yeah.
Hey, you can come over here and get a plate. You can't come in. You ain't getting no pussy.
Yeah.
But you can get some food.
Right.
Come early enough.
Right. Come here. Right. But I guess. Right. It's the point of. Do you tell them? Hold on. So it's the point. Do you tell them that, like, on the way there to get his food? Do you say, "Listen, I got you this very nice plate. I
You
cooked
get lunch, sir. Yeah. It's just lunch.
Do you tell them this? I got you this real nice plate. I did this. but you can't come in?
So,
Or do you just make it happen that way to where
make it happen.
you just walk out, meet him in the garage, meet him in the driveway?
so with me, I think any man that tries to talk to me know how, I don't even want to use the word strict, but I'm very direct that I don't bring men to my house.
Boundaries.
You're not coming inside and meeting my kids. For me, I have to know like you really in this space and intentional. I don't want to get used to anything
Right.
that's temporary. You know what I'm saying? So let's say we vibing for a couple of weeks, a month, you still not coming in, but if
Right.
we're gonna go, let's say to a restaurant or something that's real close by my home, I don't mind you stopping by, picking me up, and then, you know, so on that note, you will learn where I stay
I
at.
got you.
But
I
me, on
got
the
you.
other hand, you can't come to my house. I'm gonna have him meet me at a Crystal House.
Listen, I needed a ride from the airport, right?
Wow.
And
You can't know where I live.
someone offered to give me a ride, and it was a super sweet gesture. I mean, that's all I really wanted, right? But I never showed that person why I stayed there. And I didn't think fast enough to say, oh, well, take me to my sister's house, but really taking me to my house.
Right.
So I had to just decline the whole thing. Like, I'm like, I appreciate that, but I got to decline because, I'm going to just go ahead and catch a Uber home.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. But I was like, damn, if I was thinking fast enough, I would have been like, take me to my friend's house. She stayed in North Carolina.
Exactly. You
Wow. So what I get out of that
drop me
is,
off around the corner.
Drive you around the corner. It's midnight and I'm rolling with suitcases.
Look,
Wow.
you be like fake like you walk to somebody's door.
Listen.
And you be like,
I'm like, you can pull off. Ringing the doorbell, the neighbor's doorbell.
right.
But like I'm just playing it off.
Wow. That amazes me.
I should have thought faster.
Yeah.
I didn't think fast enough, but no, I'm real strict about that because number one, it's me and my girls. And you know how you can't really predict crazy until you see it.
Exactly.
Right? Somebody, once they show you how crazy they are, that's how you
Representative.
realize like, oh, this looks crazy.
Right.
Man.
So I'm really intentional about that, you know. So now
understand.
you're not coming in and what I'm about to do. Like, nah, we ain't doing that.
And that's
so
the reason why I don't
I've-
let people know where I stay.
I've never
Right.
actually had anyone to like come in, spend nights. Never had
Yeah,
any
so
of that. Yes,
I
since
got
I
you.
was divorced, like I just never had that.
I got you.
And
I
the
think
reason
that's
I do
beautiful.
that most too because I ghost people a lot.
Yeah,
So
you said that.
I can't sit there and let you know where I live, and then I ghost you, and then
You gonna show up? Diamond, I
Right.
spent a lot of money on you.
Y'all funny. Y'all real
I spent
funny.
a lot of money on you, Diamond.
Y'all real funny.
Man,
That's
yeah.
something.
Open the door,
Right.
Diamond.
I be like,
Come
Right.
home, kids, let him in. He on the couch doing
Yeah.
football and shit with the kids.
I agree. The
how
amazing
did
part.
you get in here, sir?
Right.
Little man, let me in. Listen.
Right.
Yeah, you got to be
Can't
careful.
do
You have
it.
to be
You-
careful
you-
as a woman. And men too. Like, honestly, I
Yeah, men
respect
too.
when men get that too. Like, you shouldn't be bringing women
Honestly, I hate
to your...
that.
Yeah, you should be doing that.
It's this girl
Wow.
on TikTok.
You should
Wow.
do that.
So
So funny.
ahead.
She
Pay
said
attention to
she
all
was
of
like
it.
when I just met a man and he invited me over his house and she put on a ski mask. She's like, all right, I'm finna rob your ass. But men, one thing about y'all men, and men, please stop doing this shit.
Uh-oh.
The first time that y'all meet a woman and y'all just met them, the first thing y'all do is invite them to your house.
Yep.
Stop inviting people to your house.
Yep.
It's bitches out here setting people up.
Yep.
It's thieves. It's all of that. Like, don't think that you're so much holier than thou or you're so stronger than oh, she ain't gonna do nothing. You don't never know what
And they think because
expectations
I
are.
was gonna say they think because they got like guns or something like that
Yeah,
they'll
it
be
don't
prepared.
matter.
Right.
But honestly, hurt me. Like I look at that like, nah. Honestly, I don't want you to invite me to your house right
Right.
away. Honestly, if you got kids, I don't want to meet your
Your
kids
kids,
like
me
right
neither.
away. Like let's give time for all of that
Like, move
because
out the
you
way,
don't
Daddy.
know what kind of
wanna
woman you don't know what kind of woman I am to bring me
Exactly.
around your kids just
Right.
because
That
I
part.
look
Look
nice or you might think this. You don't know nothing
don't know
about
nothing
me. You know,
about
you don't know
Right.
enough.
You're
to
so
move
right.
like that.
You're
You
so
know.
right.
But
I
me,
tell you.
I do that often.
Man, pick you up on
Right.
first day with a car seat in the back. You like,
So let me say this. I think the amazing part about that whole conversation is when you meet somebody. Hold on.
Don't be in there.
what the fuck? What the fuck wrong with you? Where your mama at?
Right. Right.
You got her full time?
Full time.
Yeah, your baby mama still stay with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear
Shit
you.
work.
Right.
Are we just roommates? I hate that. Why do men say that?
What?
Me and my baby mama still stay together. We just roommates.
I don't know. I can't imagine.
Why I lean back like that? Look.
No, that's energy. No, so I welcome that because I got something.
Though.
No, but you,
But I want to know, why
What?
do men do that? So if you're in a relationship and y'all have not officially broken it off, but y'all are still actually staying together because of whatever reasons or whatever, why do they think it's okay for women to think it's okay that's okay?
right. So I can probably answer it on a short note, and that is, I don't know why men do
Matt
that.
Kevin wasn't doing that.
That ain't nothing I would do. So understand that this whole genre, this whole conversation, and trust me, one of the most powerful and precious things that I've been able to do and learn to do is listen to women, right? So for the last 5 minutes, I've been listening.
Yeah.
Right, y'all been going back. Y'all just going, hey, girl, this, and hey, girl, this, and this, girl, this, right, girl, this, and girl, this, right? Yeah. Because I, as a man, and again, me being that man that I am, I learned to listen. And I learned that if you listen, right, you listen to the whole thing, especially when women talking, because y'all, it'd be a lot of stuff going on in the conversation, right? And usually what a man does is we latch on to one thing.
Yeah.
Because it don't fit or it feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or we think y'all trying to get something off.
I feel
or
like
we
it's
think y'all trying right, they generalize it.
Yeah.
So we jump in when all you gotta do is listen.
Yeah.
Just listen. Because they going through something.
Yeah.
They doing it. They working it out. They talking about what they talked about later. They might be talking about what was at the club last night. Girl, you know, they going through something.
Yeah.
So I listen to you all, right?
Thank you, Kevin.
So, but the amazing part about
All
it
you
is,
guys out there,
Right.
become listeners.
please listen, brother. I want y'all to understand. It's the most precious thing that you can do is listen to a woman, right? So the whole point in listening is, in a relationship, you have to learn each other's communication style.
That's good.
Let me tell you this.
Yep.
It ain't about the quantity of communication, it's the quality of communication.
Yep.
You no longer can say to your man, or a man say to his woman, when he don't call you on the phone, that we not communicating, because we have so many different ways to
Different
communicate.
channels of communication.
So you can't say anything about, as long as the communication style is correct. Most men, this is one of the number one problems in their relationship.
Yeah.
Is they choose to communicate with their woman the same way they communicate with their partners. The same type of words, the same energy, right? They don't really understand that. I don't care if you're talking to your woman about football. I can't talk to you about football the same way I talk to my friends. It has to be with a little more compassion, a little more heart, a little more understanding,
A little more sugar on top.
You got to be more passionate with your conversation when you speaking to your woman.
Yeah.
Period. I don't care what it is. And these men, a lot of them, because they feel that, you my woman, or you supposed to know me. And so that thing that I know you and you're supposed to know me is really a deterrent in relationships, because you are forever learning. And that communication style part is so precious. So men, I just recommend that in any relationship that you have, please check yourself and ask yourself, are you communicating correctly with your woman?
So to that point, right? Like learning people communication styles, a lot of men definitely do think because they're men, they were taught to talk a certain way more.
Right.
I guess they feel like they're being
Absolutely.
assertive.
Absolutely.
When they're talking, you don't know that woman, her traumas, what she's been through, her triggers, etc.
Absolutely.
I was having a conversation with this guy. When I tell you this guy had my number for like 7 minutes, right?
Not 7 minutes.
I swear he was real cool at first, but I think having a podcast, sometimes men think that you want to talk about, I guess, the podcast topics. And one of the most known podcast topics that goes around a lot is like a lot of gender wars, right?
Exactly. Right.
I'm not into that under no circumstances.
I wouldn't
right?
be here.
So,
Thank y'all so much.
yeah, I'm not into any gender war conversation. So he was talking about how he dates, but he's not looking for a relationship. I was just, okay, that's perfectly fine. For me, I'm like, I ain't dating at all. I'm just, it's a hangout experiment. But then he asked me, like, did I have any questions for him? That I wanted to learn anything? And I was like, no,
Why?
why? We're not dating, or anything like that. And so we just cool. I don't care. For instance, okay, if we're not dating, I don't care to get to know. So when was your last relationship? So when I'm not dating you, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If there's like some type of or event or whatever, like you want to go there, I'll meet you there. We hang out. We cool. Like just don't put me in nothing crazy. I'm cool. We ain't gotta be sexual, romantic, or anything. You know, that's how I look at it when you tell me you're not dating. So, anyways, he then jumps into like this gender war space where he's just like, yeah, why women, you know, not mature enough to say like if you like he didn't. I guess he didn't like my response because he felt like it's okay for him and I to date the way that he wants to date, and if I feel like I want more, I should just communicate it at that time.
Absolutely.
I said, you are right. However, I'm not interested. So his response became, why women, you know, can't do this? Why women?
In that space, if that's how you felt originally, why did you put that out there in the universe? You specifically told me that you don't want to date. So why are you waiting for me to tell you that? Oh, I want more.
He just loved
Why
the
would
legs. He just want
he just want to put them legs in
He
her?
just want to put the legs in her.
But
No, I tried to kind of like reel the communication in. Man, oh my God, I tell you, he got so irate. He started yelling.
Oh yeah.
And I said, hey, I said, you yelling at me? He's like, no, I ain't yelling at you. And I don't mean, you know how somebody about to say something crazy, like, no offense, this ain't about you, but why you? And he was just so irate. I said, hey, love, I'm gonna call you back. And one thing with me, I don't argue with men. I don't want to argue with a man. I can sit here and have a conversation with a man all day long. We can talk until we understand each other's communication styles. I'm fine with that. But don't raise your voice at me. I'm not raising my voice at you. You know what I mean?
For nothing.
Oh man, I had to block him. I was like, yeah. I don't even block people. I was like, but I don't never wish to have a conversation with you no more. So speaking to that, you know, me trying to reel you in, I gotta constantly hear, well, this how I talk, or I'm a man, this how men. Well, my love, that don't work for me.
It don't work.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And, well, what it is men don't understand that women choose you.
Yeah.
In a heterosexual relationship, a woman chooses you because you're a man, but she keeps you due to your ability to transform into what's needed for the relationship.
Yeah.
You keep on repeating, I'm a man. Nigga, I chose you because you're a man.
Yeah.
So show me
what type of man.
Show me the transformation in you as a man. Show me that, okay, that your voice, as deep as my voice is, that I can say, baby, I'm sorry. That I can change octaves, that I can do things all with the idea to communicate very clearly with my woman. Like you, like alone, your voice should be able to, if whatever it takes to convey that message, to communicate to your woman, it shouldn't be about you got to always be a man, or I got to always. Whatever it takes is what it should be for a man to communicate with his woman. And I'm saying this to both of you beautiful ladies. If it ain't like that, if you ain't gonna adjust, be patient. Just hold on to it, right? Because y'all deserve it. Every woman deserves it. It's the whole idea of relation, period. A lot of people meet man and woman in a heterosexual. I can only speak on what I know. I know heterosexual relationship.
That's it.
All right? I can only speak on what I know.
I with you.
So, and because of that, right, what I have learned to understand that, you know, it's okay, we grown. Like, I can meet new people in life. Every person I meet, every woman I meet, ain't the woman I'm going to be with. Every woman I meet, I don't think I want to be with. But what has to happen immediately is you have to establish some sort of relation. There has to be something that has to start when we meet. So usually it's name, how you doing. Sometimes it can go as far as what you do, but it has to be nurtured, that relation part, before we can put the ship on it.
Yeah.
Because what people understand is, and this ain't really planned to be this way, but relation is what you start.
Yeah.
When you put the ship on it, we sell it.
Yeah.
Right? So to put it like relationship, that's different. You have to first be able to nurture the relation part. So meeting, like a man, meeting somebody as beautiful as you are, immediately the thought is relationship. And they miss every time. Because where y'all at in life, it ain't about the shit part. Nigga, I don't know if I want to say it with you.
Yeah.
Because you all right, nigga, to me. Like I don't know the value in meeting you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the value in none of,
I should've left the
but
room.
the ship part. I don't know if we want to see him.
Yeah,
So I don't even know where you going. So don't put the ship on relation just yet.
Yeah.
I met you. How you doing? What's up? What's your motive? How's life treating you? You get through the relation part and see if it even fit. Because it might not even fit.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're compatible before you jump into
You
those
have to,
relations.
man.
Before you sail
Or you
off.
put the ship on.
Yeah, we might not even be compatible
Got no sense.
romantically, but we
Right.
might be the best business partners.
You got
or
a
we
hole,
might
you got
be
a hole in your boat.
You
Right.
can say
Something.
like, man, I ain't about to get in that ship and fail. That.
Right. Or you might be headed to a beautiful place.
Yeah.
But nigga, you got a canoe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to row.
Like, dang, man.
Like, I don't know if I want to work that hard with you, bro.
You like this nigga.
You hear me? I don't know if I want to do all that with you.
roll left, I gotta
Like,
roll
roll right. Like we gotta be congruent with it. We gotta
Exactly.
let's figure out.
Man, it's too
if-
much.
Let's figure out if that's what we want to do. And
This nigga didn't put some fixer flat on his
do you hear me?
boat. Don't even work.
He said he got a canoe.
Like you on a boat, what's the purpose of you having
Yeah.
a wheel on
Yeah.
the boat? You know what I'm saying? Like those type of things.
This boat don't work.
Right.
Sir.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
back and dropping some more free game. This has been
Free
real
game.
dope.
Beautiful, man.
I hope you learned like we learned.
Oh, I always learn from
Yeah.
y'all. Y'all are like magnets,
Oh.
right, for me, right? Y'all, the attraction is just so real and so good to me that it's like church for me. Like
Really?
yeah.
Preach.
You guys are doing it right. So just keep it up. Just be careful of putting the ship on any relation.
Yeah.
Right. And that is work, play, whatever you
Everything.
guys are doing.
Yeah.
Before you put that ship on it, make sure you nurture the relation part because you guys are going places. Where you guys are going, you don't know the people that's going to be there yet.
Yeah.
So don't
Try to
latch
wait.
on to the people that are here with you now. Don't be afraid to keep going.
Yeah.
And keep moving.
Right.
And keep meeting
Keep
new
the
people.
relation, but remove
Keep
the ship.
the ship.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know because you ain't on the ship.
You ain't even-
Where I'm going, you ain't on the ship, man. Like, but it's good. The relation is good.
I'm on Noah's Ark. Look,
That's right.
You on
Some
the canoe.
birds and some bees.
Right.
Thank you so much
Thank you.
again for joining, and thank
Oh,
y'all
I
again
appreciate
for listening to the High Heels and Tea podcast.